Hello and welcome to the Pod Daddy podcast with me, your daddy, Daddy Randy, and my co-daddy, Daddy Pie,
That
and
pie?
with our guest today, our guest daddy, Daddy Muumuu.
Hi. Oh my god, I sound so creepy. Hi.
Right? No, it's okay. You fit right in.
Yes, you will. And don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
worry, gentlemen, since we do not, recognize women here. Um, we did not kidnap her. Please understand that.
sure, go
If
ahead,
we
say
did,
that.
don't
And
worry
then
about it. We would be treating her well.
Exactly.
and when you think about it, it sounds so weird. Two manly voices and then this voice, like it sounds like, you know, like I think
Oh,
it's like a
some would,
guy with a voice changer.
yeah, but some would argue that the best daddy is a girly daddy.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna answer
I
to
don't know
that.
who would argue that, but I know they exist.
Sure,
Who dares to argue?
y'all
Well,
believe this. Come on.
everyone wants to argue in life. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Some people argue if it's tomato or tomato.
To this
It's
day.
kind of called like potato patata, I think.
What are you,
Potato
the
potato
grammar
or like
inspector
potato
or
potato? I don't. Come on, feet. There's tomato tomato. Come on. Like I know there's potato potato, tomato tomato.
who cares? Vice
I,
versa.
you easily lost me there. You
Yeah,
said potato so much, I just thought about eating potatoes.
All right.
I mean
So,
cooked potatoes, not fucking raw potatoes. Calm down. I'm
imagine
not
cooking
that
potatoes
savage.
on the easy bake oven. How long would that take?
I think it take like 2 hours. I tried. I used to have this easy bake oven that was so ugly, but like it took like 3 hours to bake a singular cake, which tasted like shit. الصراحة.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what they put in those mixes, but I think it's like poison and poison and poison.
but back to those potatoes. If you're gonna slow cooking a potato does not have an end. It's just a process. It doesn't end. If you
Maybe.
genuinely slow cook it, it's just something you put in the background. A slowly cooking potato. It becomes part of the house. But it's not gonna stop if you're gonna keep slow cooking it.
So you're saying it might stay for years and years and years cooking in the background.
Yeah, if you genuinely, I mean, I was thinking about, very low temperature heat.
Oh, okay.
Because
But
Yeah, it can take like five
potatoes,
hours, I think.
yeah, you need to smack a potato with a glove made out of heat so it can become edible.
Yeah. I think like undercooked potatoes are poisonous.
really, I
Some of
would
them
love to
can
try
be.
that. I
You
would love to
shouldn't
try
be
that.
eating those without cooking them anyway. They taste like shit.
They kind of taste nice though. Like they taste good. Like raw potatoes taste kind of good. Like and thin slice. Don't ask me why I ate like a raw potato, but like thin sliced raw potatoes taste nice. Like
But
it tastes
oh,
like water though.
Water. Wait.
oh dear Daddy Momo, this is a podcast. I'm definitely gonna ask questions.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
What
but
what
but
what was your first time with a potato with a raw potato like?
Like, okay, I why I'm saying like potatoes are poisonous because I didn't know until I got poisoned by a potato. I'm like, I just told you that I used to eat like raw potatoes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then the question is, when was the first time?
I think when I was 5, like I thought like carrots and potatoes and like things like that are meant to be eaten raw. Like, my mom would cut up small pieces of carrots and cucumbers and all that like a vegetable platter. So I thought like, wait, like if all vegetables are eaten raw, then I can eat a potato raw. So I went to the kitchen, grabbed the potato, cleaned it, washed
robbed
it, and
the
just like
potato. I'm sorry, robbed a potato.
whatever,
You could say
cleaned
robbed.
it.
I look, man. I rob the kitchen every day.
And I'm like, yeah.
How could you rob
Then
a potato?
I don't know, like I don't know. I just like opened the
L-
drawer with the
Um,
potatoes and the
yeah,
onions
yeah.
and just took one,
I'm pretty sure it's
washed
very
it.
easy to find a potato in the kitchen. Family just
Yeah.
leaves it there in the hands of a child. They could leave it, or in the reach of a child.
Where's the security
Exactly.
in that?
I mean, I was a little demon then again. I was a very silent demon. I
You
could
were
go
a little demon?
Yes, I am still a demon, but I was a very
Th-
tiny,
Thank you for
quiet
correcting
demon.
it. Thank you for correcting.
Whatever, but as I said, I took the potato, washed it, and I just like took a huge ass bite of it, and I took like 3 bites, got sick, had to go to the hospital. Turns out I had food poisoning, I think. But
Isn't
my
that
stomach was so upset for like 2 weeks, a week. Like I could not eat anything.
Yeah, it was gonna be prolonged.
Yeah.
So what, your family just found a potato with a bunch of bites on it? Bite marks?
Yeah, and a passed out
Uh,
5-year-old next to it. So yeah, I think not even Sherlock Holmes could solve it. So yeah, you can see
oh.
like a dead child next to a half-eaten potato. So
I'm sorry. I imagined it, but I imagined it in the wild, like in a forest. Just a child with a half-eaten raw potato.
it sounds like the perfect crime, man.
Holy fuck. Oh my
but
god,
yeah,
don't teach me about ways to kill children.
I mean like it's very easy to kill children, like because children are stupid. Like I am a child, but like okay, kind of a
Yeah,
child.
it's
I'm
look,
18,
it's
but
very acceptable for a child to think that, oh, you can eat vegetables and fruits raw. I can eat the potato. And then they create their own actions in the world without
I
thinking
mean like
about any consequences.
I mean when I was like between the ages of 5 or like 4 to 6, I almost killed myself like so many times to the point my mom would be like, I think it's يعني قدر ربي إنه my child dies at this age because of how stupid she is. Like I remember being stuck in a washing machine when I was like 4 years
Oh,
old.
this one is a good
Oh,
story.
you go around.
This one is a good story. You gotta listen to it.
Okay, so we used to take beach houses, and one of the beach houses was very fancy to the point it had like a separate room for the washing machine.
Yeah.
I used to have a cousin that was like 10 years old, 11 years old, which a bit bigger than me. So he used to carry me around since I was like a small 4-year-old or a small 3-year-old. Like I was a very small child. So one day at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., we both woke up. He came over and said, "Hey, there's a washing machine like in a separate room. Wanna see it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." So we went to the washing machine room, and he opened the washing machine. It wasn't one of those ones that open on the side. It was the one that had a dryer next to it. Like I think it's automatic.
Was the opening from the top?
Yeah. So
Oh,
he was
okay.
like, "Oh my God, you fit in very well." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, yay!" I was a very, I guess, a very problematic child. I think you could say that. So I was like, yeah, put me in. He picked me up, put me in the washing machine. I think he heard a noise, and so he's like got out of the room like that. خرج من الغرفة. And I was like, fuck. The lid closed, and since it was a safety lock, I couldn't get out of the washing machine. I was stuck. My mom woke up to pray Fajr, and she heard like noises coming from the washing machine room and the washing machine like moving. She was like, ah, the washing machine is like on. Like nobody like was in the washing machine, of course. Like من متى أمي حتفكر زي كده.
Yeah,
So she
yeah.
was like, yeah, the washing machine is on. Like you can hear my voice screaming and crying inside the washing machine, but it sounded like the washing machine was on. She thought it was like the tiny music that you hear in the washing machine, it was like, you know. But it was
Oh
me
god.
crying and yelling out for my mom. Like I was mama, mama, and she was like tee 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 tee, you know. Like I was very
Mm.
tiny and very squeaky.
Bliss.
So I think I spent like 2 hours, an hour and a half in that washing machine. My voice was fucked up. I was fucked up. So my mom was like, wait a minute. I did not turn on the washing machine, nor did anybody put anything inside the washing machine. It's nobody went into the room anyways. She was like, let me check. She opened the door, saw the washing machine, and was like, oh, it's moving, I think. And somebody put clothes in it and it's washing something, like it's doing its job. She took a another take at the washing machine, and she was like, "Okay, it's not plugged in. What the fuck is going on?" She opened the lid, saw a 3-year-old child looking at her and screaming and crying. She picked me up, looked at me, and laughed, and I was crying so much because it was dark. It was a washing machine. I thought I was gonna die. My
Yeah,
my
you
dad
were
came in.
probably gonna die from lack of oxygen.
I don't know what the fuck happened. My dad came into the room and he was like, "What the fuck happened? Why is my daughter crying?" My dad looked at me and looked at, and I was like crying, 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 and he held me and he was like, what's going on, baby girl?" And I was like, "I got stuck in the washing machine." He laughed. He looked at me and said, "You're such a dumb child," and I was crying. And after that, like, I was known as the dumb kid that would likely die at the age of 3. But look at me now. I'm 18, I think. I might die tomorrow. You never know now.
Hey, you've lived as far as you did.
I mean, I was a stupid
That's something.
child. Like,
Plus, don't feel bad about yourself. There are people I can think of who would have eaten a potato by the age of 9. The idea never got to their heads earlier.
I hope
mean,
that's not me.
I
mean,
used to eat spiders too. Like, I would eat anything that moves. I would put it in
Okay,
my
this
mouth.
is new information for me.
this is interesting.
It is
Okay,
Okay.
no, before we move on. First of all, that cousin of yours, he knew what he was doing ever since he woke you up in the morning.
Yeah. I think so. I don't
Inspector
know.
Randy. Inspector Daddy Randy.
Nah, he knew what he was doing.
Maybe. Like, I never
Maybe-
really
Who
confronted it
closed the
about
lid?
him. He didn't close
Okay,
it.
okay. Sorry, never
Like,
mind. The lid could close off on its own.
yeah. Yeah, he was like, he didn't lift it up to the point the mechanic would lock the place, lock it in place, you know? So it was
It's
like
just
half open, and he just put me in and got the fuck out. The lid closed
yeah.
on me.
I'll be back in a bit.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm back. Ah, fucking shit.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Yeah,
We
Welcome back.
missed you. It was
yeah. I was in the middle of a
Uh,
house robbery. My
a house
apologies.
robbery.
I had to shoot someone.
Okay.
Oh,
It happens.
Uh,
hide the
Back
body.
to
Hide the body.
yeah, but back to my suspicions with the cousin.
Yeah, of course.
It just seems weird to me that anyone, no matter how old or young they are, would take a baby, put the baby in a washing machine, and think, "Oh, job done. I guess I'll be expecting
honestly,
my
yeah.
paycheck in a week," and then goes to sleep.
I mean, like, the problem is I'm stupid enough to agree to the idea. Like, I was like, I'll be in the washing machine. What's wrong about that? Like, maybe it'll wash me, you know?
Yeah,
Look,
get
I was a
clean.
very stupid child. Like, I'm so stupid, but I was very
Still.
stupid.
Again, nobody expects you to be smart at the age of 3, or 6, or 9,
Or 18.
I don't think. Yeah, I was about to say that.
or 22.
Look, dumb nuts. I mean,
Or
like,
23.
you're like, how old? I mean, you're a boomer, like 25, 23, 24.
I'm 23, almost 24.
Yeah, I don't think even people expect you to be smart.
Bro,
No.
I don't expect my mama to expect me to be expected as a grown full ass man, but don't worry about that. We'll solve one
Exactly.
problem at a time. Let's solve your
Yeah.
weird ass
Yeah.
problem first.
Which is me being stupid. I don't think that's something that can be
Are
solved.
we going back to the spiders?
No, yeah,
Oh,
spiders. Yeah, oh yes, the spiders, please.
okay. Me and my dad used to like raise tiny spiders or just like tarantulas, basically. So one day I was watching this documentary and it talked about people eating like insects. First thing first, a spider. I don't think it qualifies as an insect. I think it's another type of like I don't know,
An arachnoid, but
arachnid.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
arachnoids,
no time
arachnids.
to be a nerd. Continue.
Yeah. So I was like watching this documentary about insects and people eating insects, and I was like, hey, people raise chickens to eat chicken and eggs. People raise cows to drink milk and eat meat.
I
Why do
see
we
where
raise spiders?
I see where this is going.
So I put that type of logic in my mind, and I did not understand that spiders are not insects actually. So I was like, okay, we raise spiders maybe because we can eat them. My dad used to work as a flight engineer, so he would be like gone half the day, and I would be like with my caretaker, and my mom would be working. So I was like, yeah, I think we raise spiders to eat them. I went inside the room where we kept the cages or like kept the boxes that had the spiders. It was like a habitat. I put my hand in, took one of the spiders and put it in my mouth. I didn't chew it. I didn't do anything. I was like, pop. To my luck, just the moment that I was about to chew it, my dad got home and came inside the room to feed the spiders. And he was like, "Where the fuck is Kiki?" And I was like, Kiki's in my mouth." Like I was like, "Cuckoo," and he was fucking like he wanted to smack the fuck out of me. He was like, "Open your fucking mouth." I was like, "Why? Aren't we supposed to eat them?" He like forced
Uh,
my face to be open. Like he took his fingers and like pushed them in my mouth, took the spider out, put it back in the habitat, and made me sit on the chair. He was like, "Why the fuck did you put a spider in your mouth?"
Okay. Daddy Randy, I know you have a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and a lot of roasting to do
uh,
because yes, but
and that was the time a man had to teach his daughter not to eat spiders.
Exactly.
take notes, kids. Take notes. Perfect example of I don't know what to call her right now. To be
Of
honest,
this
but
person,
yes, of Daddy Muumuu. But I have one question. Didn't Harvard email you to anything like to join them if you need a scholarship with them? Because Jesus
like
Christ, your IQ is lower than mine, man.
okay, you don't have to go that far about my IQ. Like I don't think I have enough like points to even register as an IQ test. Like I don't think I have enough points to even go through an IQ test, honestly. I
Wait, are
tried
you
once and
challenging
I
me?
failed.
Are you challenging me?
Dude, I tried once and I failed. Like I even failed like going through the registration. Like I couldn't even put my email right.
Okay, Daddy Randy
this person is
roast,
so dumb. They didn't even put their names down. We can't give them a score.
roast. Please roast for the love of God.
Roast, man. This first of all, so much shit. There are comments I wanted to give out on the fucking the laundry.
We're
Uh,
still on that.
Like I'm making such a good
I,
first impression to the point like you guys are speechless.
well,
Sure.
of course, when you go around eating stuff like that, you make an impression on people. It happens.
Never take her to the zoo. Never take her to the forest.
I mean I'm Asian again, like I think so.
Ah,
You shouldn't
stereotype.
even give me an animal, anyways. Like
Huh,
you
I
can eat
guess.
anything.
so wait, I shouldn't be close to you then.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess
Ah, I am in danger.
you've always been
Yeah,
in
you know,
danger when you sit with me.
Yeah,
you should be.
yeah. Um,
But yeah, no. At
yeah.
least
What is
you were clean that one time.
uh? I don't know, honestly. Like, this is a very great way to introduce myself. Hey, my name is Muumuu. I eat spiders, raw potatoes, and anything. And I was
Daddy
stuck in a
Muumuu.
washing machine once.
Correct yourself. It's Daddy Muumuu.
Okay, I'm Daddy Muumuu.
On
I
this
eat
podcast,
spiders for a
please.
living.
Only in this podcast.
For a living, okay. No, that's new. That's different. It's a whole different thing. Oh my god! So your your father raises spiders and then you eat them for money. This this is a productive family. This is what
I
it
guess
means
so.
to have a productive family.
Yeah, you can say that, honestly.
I mean, the Adams family ain't got shit on her, to be honest.
Nah. And shit, I mean, I have no stories like these of eating stuff.
Same,
That's
man.
I keep my stomach to myself.
Dude, the only stories I have to tell people around a campfire is the time I got whooped so hard by my father to the point where I actually had crippling depression from ever since.
You could like
Explains a
you.
lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so. Like, did you ever get whipped so hard to the point like they had to make you choose the weapon of your choice? Like,
Exactly.
he would
Exactly.
be
Every
like,
day.
yeah, he would be giving you like a thick belt, a thin belt, like a, I think what the fuck is it called? Like a steak. And it would be like the thin belt. It wouldn't hurt that much since it's thin, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You always go
You
for
always,
the thin one.
yeah, the most painful one you could ever go
Exactly.
through.
Exactly.
Just hideous. Yeah.
It's like now I know what slavery feels like, you know?
Oh
When
my
you get
Yeah,
god.
whooped that
sure.
hard by the thin belt, you know? It's like you're trying to be the smart ass. He's like, "All right, choose your weapon." And you're like, "Ah, the fool doesn't know that I'll choose the thin one because it doesn't even hurt. But I'll play along."
Yeah.
This one.
But this
And he's
person you call the fool knows exactly what you're gonna pick.
yeah,
Oh
he's an
yeah.
expert in that. He's an
I
expert in
don't
that.
think like I even had a choice in that. He would be giving me the false feeling of choice, like any type of person, honestly.
Yeah.
I would rather getting whipped without choosing the weapon of destruction.
I think like actually choosing makes you feel much more miserable after because
Yeah,
you would be
exactly.
like I chose this. I chose the weapon. I chose being beaten
Yeah,
alive.
it's like I trusted you, and this is how you repay me. After like looking at the bruises in your body, and you're just sitting in your bed with the lights dimmed down, and you're just crying, and you're just like regretting every moment that you chose that belt.
Uh, I'm supposed to look up to you. No, I can't even see anymore.
Wait, did you get whipped in your eyes?
What the
Well,
fuck?
it's just making a joke.
Oh, okay.
But no,
Thank God.
one thing, I did not have to get my ass whooped as a child. And another thing, I didn't have to because my parents didn't need to whoop my ass as much. It was all mental warfare.
Mental warfare. That's
It
why you're
was,
the person you are today.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's all those. How do I put this? When you're so terrified that just one hit, and it really doesn't hurt at all. That's the craziest part. Nothing hurts. Just one hit on the back, and I
It's just
have
the
at
mental
least,
abuse.
yeah, just between 5 and 20 milliliters of piss in my in my pants, and I'm desperately holding the rest of them so I can go to the toilet and finish the rest there because I don't want to, make a bigger mess in front of my own tormentors.
Wow. Milliliters? Really? Wow, that's a lot.
And well, I say the best part. It can also be interpreted as the worst part. Is that you get to reflect on what you've done while you're taking piss or sitting in the toilet, because you don't want to go out. Okay, you kind of need alone time after you've been mentally destroyed.
A recovery time.
Yeah.
Sometimes to recover your strength, your mentality, and once you walk out that bathroom door, there's another whooping waiting for you.
Oh no, no, everything is fine after that. But that only fucks with you even more.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the mental scars are still like deepening after going out the bathroom door.
Yeah, and oh man, whipping at children.
Fun.
It's the kind of thing you don't want to agree to, but it is at the same time
It does
what made
work.
me who I am today.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you seen the people that are going on Dr. Phil right now? They're younger than me, and look at them. They look like 25-year-olds, male or female.
Yeah, those I don't. All of them need help.
Well,
Yeah,
wait.
exactly.
If you're going to Dr. Phil and knowing that he's not even a doctor to get some help, you need
Exactly.
something more.
Yeah.
But
You need an
yeah,
exorcism.
back to the ass whipping.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there is a way where you can raise your children without beating the shit out of them, and they would
Where's
be absolutely great.
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly. Where's
Yeah,
the fun
that's
in not
that's
abusing the
number
person?
one. Was the fun for the parents? Because let's be honest, they get off a little bit on it.
Exactly.
Because whatever,
Yeah, I think he
yeah,
would be like changing the sentence a little bit, like getting off, having fun. How about that?
yeah, yeah, you know what I meant. Come on,
Yeah, we got you. No
yeah,
worries.
So we're not turning this into family BDSM Alabama shenanigans.
Yeah. Speaking of Alabama, when she was telling when telling us about the stories that she had, it felt like she was one of Florida men. I don't know why, for some reason.
Oh yeah, Florida man caught eating spiders from a cage, or
Yeah,
like caught eating raw potatoes and dying after 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I read up something about the spiders part.
Yeah,
In
we'll
the
keep that
past,
for the
not
segment.
it's not in the future part. I don't even know if we're gonna have news for today, but I do have news if we're gonna go into it.
Well, at least there's news. I mean, everyone loves the news segment.
Ah,
Exactly.
good to know.
Yeah. It's surprisingly weird how they love the news segment better than us just rambling about garbage.
Because it's all the crazy shit, and right now I have found this very deep well filled with Florida man shenanigans.
And
Like,
that's why we love it.
yeah, I've already done it last week, and I thought, you know what? Give it some time. Give time for the Floridians to fuck things up more so we can have more news. No, don't really need to.
But have you guys ever tried like writing Florida man and writing your birthday after it?
Oh, what was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Like writing, like writing Florida man and write. Oh my God, I cannot speak today.
Yeah, it's
It's
Um,
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
writing Florida man and then writing after your birthday, like
Is it
writing Florida man January 23rd.
is it like a
This
curse?
it is a very ardent advice of mine to tell people not to give out their birthdays, as it is part of the security information.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
you fucked it anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, have
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. Yeah, it's fine. Like the more people know about my birthday, I think the more better. I don't know, honestly.
I
I
mean,
don't think more
the more
people are
gifts.
gonna celebrate it. No offense.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like celebrating the birthday of like a stupid man, but it's a stupid woman's birthday.
Or Satan's devil child. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, like I am okay, a little devil, but I'm not that big of a devil. I think like maybe honestly, like Satan would be scared of me. What do you think?
Oh, it's a beautiful story.
Maybe
Satan and his daughter
it's
that
a
he's afraid of.
it's a mixture of fear and pride.
I don't think anybody would be proud to be the child of Lucifer.
No, Satan would be the one afraid and proud.
Maybe,
Ah,
honestly.
makes
Isn't
sense.
Satan and Lucifer the same person?
Potato.
Potato,
Wow,
potato, tomato,
now that's a
tomato.
fucking circle.
That is. Potatoes and potatoes and Lucifer and Satan.
Oh God, and child abuse.
And
Yeah,
child abuse.
I don't think child abuse is there
I
on the
think
list.
so. Like, I mean, who doesn't abuse children?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone does. Right? Everyone?
I'm pretty sure only the Asians, the blacks, and the
So
Shinto
everyone.
people. Yeah, basically, yeah. Let's say everyone.
Yes, yeah, everyone.
Like, I mean, yeah, kinda. Aren't we all Asians? Like, in some way, or black
Um,
in some way.
well, I am black. I identify myself as a black Kit Kat, but I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah.
Uh, I identify as a Babylonian.
Ah,
Mm, kinda.
nice.
I don't.
All right.
You got something you wanted to talk about, Daddy Pie?
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't me. It was Daddy Muumuu. Today, she was actually really upset, and she had a beautiful topic.
Ah, about the thing that I talked about on Twitter,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
So there's this motherfucker who is like half Korean, half Emirati, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, and all the comments are like, "Oh my god, husband material. Oh my god, like stan K-pop and all that stuff." And I was like thinking, since I was a mixed like child, like I'm mixed race, so I was like, wait a minute. When I was little, they used to call me like the bit shagala, you know, and I was like, what the fuck? Like now it's cool to be mixed race it wasn't cool back then, and at the same time he was like mixed half Korean, so I'm like half Java or like half Indonesian. So it was like, wait a minute. People think I'm half Korean, half Japanese all the time. So when I say I'm half Indonesian, actually, they're like, "Aw, you're the bad type of mix." Like,
Aw,
what
I
the
thought
fuck?
you were
Like,
interesting.
it's like, yeah, I thought you were interested. I was like, you guys mess up Asians all the time. Now that you know that there's a difference between Japanese and between Indonesian or between Philippine, you guys are now judging, and you always say, "Oh, guys, you Asian people look the same," and I'm like, I'm not even that Asian, you motherfucker. Y'all look at me, and I'm like, I'm either Asian or Turkish. Some people say I'm Mexican. Some people say I'm Latin. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Blind,
Y'all,
are they?
Yeah, no, the
they,
people do that.
yeah, exactly. And like, I was like, what the fuck, y'all? Y'all have issues with me being Indonesian, but y'all don't have issues when I'm Japanese or Korean. Like, what's the difference? Like, if I say Sarangayo and like Salamat Pagi, like it's the same thing. Like, it all begins with an S. We're all Asians. We
Yeah,
all eat dogs. Like, what's the difference? Tell me.
Y'all look alike.
yes,
We
for
all look
suka.
alike. But
No, people who are around the area we're around from can be confused for some of those nationalities in general, such as Mexican and all of that. I personally wish I remember all the nationalities I was confused with, but I'm gonna try to remember them. Mexican was on the list. Indian,
Yeah.
Pakistani,
You kind of look like them.
Italian, Greek.
No, you don't.
I swear to God,
No, you don't look like them.
someone actually said, "Oh, you look like you're from Greece." What?
I mean, like,
It
Greece
was
people
really
have
weird.
big noses, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does
I
have
think
one.
I got away with that.
Yeah.
I mean, same with Jewish people, though.
Yeah, well,
That's a stereotype.
I don't think it's a stereotype, honestly.
So,
but yeah, no, racism is a thing.
racism is fun, you know, but with limits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it used to be more rampant because people back then did not mix as much, and now it's becoming a little cooler because people are having mixed children all the time, and you are just one
Exactly.
example of those.
Yeah.
So it came from genuine racism to somewhat partial racism. They don't care where you're exactly from, as long as the place they're from is, or you from, is partially from a country that has an identifiable culture, such as Japan, because God
Yeah.
knows how many nerds in this country or the surrounding countries who watch anime.
Pedophiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, pedophiles, whatever you want to call
But
them.
it's the same like with Koreans now. After the K-pop
Yeah, yeah.
became
Before that,
something so
no one gave a
popular.
shit.
Exactly. Like,
So
honestly,
yeah,
thinking about it, it was so weird. Like, being just 1 year apart from people telling me, "Oh my God, you look so ugly." Like, "Oh my God, now you look like I don't know who the fuck the person is from the K-pop band," but they're like in school, like in middle school, like I would be picked at or made fun of. But when I was like in high school, like maybe a year after, like ثالث متوسط, they would be like, "Oh my God, you're so cute. You're so Korean. You're so Japanese." I'm like, yeah, let's say that. Y'all be giving me
yeah.
cookies because I'm
Please give me
Korean.
attention.
Yeah. It's not about attention. It's about the gifts. Excuse me. I used to get love letters, but I used to rip them up. I would be getting Kit Kats.
Fucking
So
I'm sorry.
love
Love
letters.
letters? Love letters?
yeah. Despite me
I'm
being
sorry.
in an
What
all,
culture is this?
what culture is this? I don't understand.
The fuck
Like
sends letters?
like there's no phones at school, so what the fuck are you gonna send? So I'll be like coming up from lunch or something, or just from a break, and I'll be like sitting at my desk, opening the desk drawer, and I'll be like 3 letters, 5 letters, and I will be opening each one of them and throw away the ones that don't have any candy.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait. You used to get letters and candy?
Exactly. Just for being half
I
Asian.
What
I
school did
understand
you go
that
to?
phones don't exist in schools, but you also need to understand but that by the time you were growing up in schools, children in general were losing their ability to make a comprehensive letter in which they can express themselves.
Yeah,
So I
they
can
weren't the
only
most
imagine that the
like
letters themselves were really shitty with horrible grammar. Oh, I love you,
exactly.
please love me back. Maybe.
Like I mean, none of them were in Arabic, which was very weird since it was like the main thing to speak Arabic in our school.
Did you
Like
get
not
any
a lot of
letters
people.
in Korean? Like
Yeah,
Japanese?
but I
Oh,
threw them
fuck
away.
me.
Oh my god.
Like it was, I think it was broken. Like I actually do have a friend that is half Korean, so I would be like, hey, can you send this to your mom and your dad? Like I don't remember which part of her is Korean, but I think it's her dad. And I was like, can you make them read it for me and translate it? And she would be like coming the next day, and she was like, why the fuck did you make my dad read that? I was like, why? Is it bad or is it good? And he was like, no, it's none. It's trash. Why did you make my dad read trash? I'm the one who got hurt, not you. She got beaten up so much to the point like she didn't want me to give her any letters for her father to read.
Can we
I think
ask for the viewers, what did you write?
I didn't. I think like one of them was a letter for me, to go on a date with someone, and I was like, sure. But the problem is she didn't clarify it was not her letters, it was mine. So I think that's why she got beat up. But
Someone
when she
Man,
gave them, yeah, so when she gave the letters, I think her father thought it was for her, not for me. But
when
honestly,
it,
one of the letters was so weirded out, was weirding her out because it had like BDSM and shit like that. It was like 50, like a 50 Shades of Grey translation to Korean. She was like, "Why the fuck did you make my dad read that?" And I was like, "Why don't you know Korean? Like you could have
oh,
translated it."
I don't know. Maybe he's into it.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't want to
could
know.
be. The
Honestly, I don't
problem
want to know what's the contents of those messages. It was like 4 to 5 messages in Korean. One of them was in Chinese, which was very offensive to me. Like, why
yeah.
the fuck did you think I was Chinese?
I don't know, the eyes, Chico.
The eyes, Chico, my
Oh.
eyes are like the sizes of. Never mind.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you get a letter in Indonesian?
No, actually, nobody knew I
No.
was half Indo. Like people knew I was Asian,
Um,
but it didn't know they didn't know it was what type of Asian. Like I got that question a
yeah.
lot. What type of Asian are you? And I'm like, there are types of Asians. Didn't, like I didn't understand it at first.
And then
Oh,
suddenly, Daddy Muumuu was explored to a whole new world
Exactly.
of Asians and eating dogs and cats.
I think like yeah, I remember like going out one day like after the quarantine thing. There was this one person who looked at me and he was like, "You were the reason behind all of this Corona shit." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking
oh
about, my
man.
dude?"
That was on my mind. I wanted to
Yeah, like
ask
I
you
was like,
about
"What the
that.
fuck is what the fuck is like?" I was in the super, like I was in Banda, you know, like I got strapped up, like wore gloves, wore a mask, wore everything. I even wore sunglasses so people don't talk to me. I just like took the sunglasses off to just read a label, and he was like, "You were behind all this shit." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Who the fuck
Just
are
out of the
you?"
blue.
I
So
bet
just
he
out of the
Yeah,
looked
blue.
and
at you like it was personal. You did this
yeah,
to me.
he like looked at me in that way, and he was like, no, he actually came up to me. I'm telling you, he didn't like look at me only. He came up to me and he was like, "You're behind all this shit." And I was like, "What the fuck is this man talking about? Do you want the corn that is in my hand? Take it!" Like I was scared as fuck.
I
He was
would
like
love
a
to recreate this moment with Daddy
yeah,
Randy.
he was like a 6 foot man, and he came up to me and he was like, "You're behind all this." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He was like, "Behind this Corona shit, like, aren't you?" And I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?
Oh,
I'm actually just buying groceries. What the
I
fuck is
just
going on?"
wanted to buy this apple. Do you want this?
yeah. I bet
Like,
this
I know
happened
I was I like I had like a can of corn in my hand, and I thought he wanted it, because it's like coronavirus corn. So I was like, "Do you want this? You can take it. Like, please don't smack me. Like, you're too big. Like, that's what she said. But like, you're too like,
But I was
I
gonna
love,
say it. I
yeah.
really wanted to say it.
I'm glad she did.
Oh my god.
So I was
Uh,
like, please don't touch me. Please don't hit me. I don't wanna get smacked today. He was like,
god
you're
Yep.
behind all this.
Please,
You
please
all,
don't make me choose the weapon in which you will hurt me with.
damn.
yeah, exactly. And he was like, you Asians are all behind this. And I'm like, dude, I did not eat the bat. Go to China and fuck the person who ate the bat, not me, please. Like, go to patient zero, not me. I didn't do shit.
No, no, I'm pretty sure that wasn't patient zero, but do carry on.
But
Like,
when did this happen exactly? Was it when first Corona was being a thing?
No, it was when like they opened the supermarkets for a while. Like when they opened the quarantine for a while, when people could go out for like
Oh,
a,
after they
a
closed.
curfew. No, when it was curfew. Like
Oh,
I think
okay, all right.
from the
Good,
morning
This
to like
that was
afternoon.
around, yeah, that was around the time where racism against Asians went really high,
Yeah,
and
exactly. Like
not to make it seem, not to belittle how people were treated everywhere else, but it was reported in the U.S. a couple of genuine crimes. People died
exactly.
because of this goofy shit.
Yeah,
Like I
there was.
remember people not even eating Chinese food, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I would love the teriyaki cat chicken.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't understand if it puts them off, It's like,
Yeah, I guess.
you get all these news and shit. But no, some people just don't want it because it's Asian. And
Yeah.
disease came from Asia, so it must be in the food.
Yeah, it's not like just because it's not only Chinese people. Like Chinese people got it very bad, but like other Asian people too. Because since people say like, oh, all Asians are the same, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about though? Like,
Yeah,
a Asian people do kind of look the same from far away, but when you get close, they don't. Like Korean people and like Korean and Chinese people are very pale.
yeah.
Indonesian people are like
I've,
very
uh,
tan.
I forgot to specifically get into it, but if you put yourself in the same, let's say, general group you live within, you're gonna look like those people,
Trust
especially to
me,
someone who's foreign. No, 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 hold on. White people, they look exactly the same.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah, black people, they also look the same. Generalizing, looking at it from far away, all general groups look the same.
Exactly. But I
Where are you
think
trying to go
I
with
don't
this?
belong. Like I don't think I belong in a general group. Like ask Daddy Pie here. You can put me in a room with any type of
Oh,
tradition or any type of race. I think I look the same as they do. Like if you put
uh,
me with Turkish people, I look Turkish.
I'm
She's a
sure
shapeshifter.
there's a group of baby demons out there willing to accept you.
Exactly.
Maybe
And go
honestly.
through the dishwasher.
Uh, You do know I got stuck in a dishwasher before.
Yes, you have told me.
Yeah. I got stuck in a lot of places in this world, and I do not want to. And I'm surprised that I don't have claustrophobia until now. I got
Really?
stuck
I
in
have
a
claustrophobia without even being stuck in anything.
I got stuck in a suitcase before. I got stuck in a what the fuck is
You,
it called? A cabinet.
Damn, we need you for next
I
episode. You have a
couldn't
lot of
have
good stories.
known you all this time and you not telling me about this. I don't care if I only know you for 20 minutes. You can't just not tell this to people.
I was even stuck in a beanbag chair. You know those beanbags?
Are you kidding me?
My mom was like, we have like three of them in our home, and one of them was like deflated since all the beads inside were crushed. So we were like, let's buy the filling for it and fill it up.
Oh my god.
So I was
No!
like, hey, I kind of fit in this though. And while I was like half filling it, I was like, nah, fuck it. Got inside, zipped it up from the inside, and I was like, haha, I can fit. And I lost where the fucking zipper was, so I was trying to find it, and I forgot my phone outside, so I got lazy and just slept inside the beanbag. How I woke up was a very unfortunate series of events that
Yeah, I
had
can only
me.
imagine.
I can only
Yeah,
imagine someone sat on you.
exactly. And I wish it was my brother. I wish it was my cousin. I wish it was somebody that wasn't, like chunky, chubby.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like it was like my oldest cousin. He was like 35,
You
and
should
I
have
was asleep.
anticipated that big people will normally gravitate towards beanbag chairs. That shit seems
The
very
problem is
comfortable.
here is they all sat in the beanbag chairs. The fucking cousin did a whole shit. Like he arm slammed me. He like did some WWE shit on me. Like he jumped
Oh,
on the
fuck.
fucking cushion, and you can hear
Oh
like
my
crack
god.
crack, something
Oh my.
cracking.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
How did you not like spread all over the place like a goddamn skeleton in the cartoons?
I don't know, but when he saw like he heard a loud scream, they thought it was from the next room. Turns out it was from the beanbag. They opened the beanbag and saw my ankle looking the other way. Like he
Oh
did a
god.
whole
Oh
180.
god.
Like
Oh god.
What the fuck?
like you can see like the ankle is supposed to be like left, right, in front. Like it was behind. Like it pointed back.
Oh my god.
This is the worst kind of accidental home abuse.
It didn't break. Like my ankle didn't break surprisingly, but it was like bent. It was like when you take a straw and
It
just like
it
bend
looked
it a
bad.
little bit too much. Yeah, exactly. It looked like a straw that's been bent a bit too much. So they're like, "What the fuck? Why are you in the beanbag?" They didn't look at my ankle. I was like, "Why the fuck did you break my ankle?" He was like, "Why the fuck were you in the beanbag chair?" And I was like, "Bitch, my ankle,
You
my
had the
ankle
I
is
audacity to
dead."
I
ask.
like you opened up the conversation. What have you done to my ankle? What? You were in a beanbag.
He had the
Like my
audacity to
ankle.
ask.
To be honest, I was 13, 14. Yeah, I could
Ah,
fit in those things.
I can only imagine that your
Like
parents are paranoid.
I'm not that short. I'm not that tall. Like
I'm
I'm
sorry,
like
what? Can you repeat?
to you,
The
you're
first
something else,
one
my
that you
dude.
just said. The first thing you said. Not that short?
Yeah, I'm not that short. Like I'm kind of like medium. I think you can say average.
Sure.
Average. The word I'm finding like searching for is average. I'm average height
Okay,
right
sure.
now, but when I was
Sure,
like
sure.
14, I was like 5'2", so I
Really?
could
You,
fit
you
in
look
one.
you look
Fuck!
you look 4 foot, not 5, but okay.
Fuck off, dude.
Eh.
Honestly, I wish like imagine this face and being that short. Oh my god, I could go away with so many things. Like a lot of people would think like I'm the most innocent type of
Don't
person
expose
ever.
it, dude. Don't expose. Oh my god.
I'm not exposing myself. I do
No,
look innocent though.
you're exposing yourself. I once almost exposed Daddy Randy for child. No, not. I'm not saying it.
Huh?
I'm not
What?
saying it.
Huh?
I'm not.
Who?
Uh,
I'm not
Huh?
saying
ah,
it.
Excuse? Huh?
I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I just want to teach
Potato,
you a lesson.
potato.
Potato, potato.
Potato,
Yes.
potato, tomato, tomato.
On to the segment. Please, quiet for just 2 seconds. No one says anything. Tin, 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 tin. And now for the Pod Daddy podcast with your host, Daddy Randy.
It's me, your host, Daddy Randy. This is the news part in which we talk about the news. And it's all about the news. All of our news today will also be from Florida Man. It seems like this is going to be the case for now. The first one is it's a little nice. Not gonna talk about the animals.
Also, no
Flo-
animal. So no animal fucking
Uh,
this time.
no, there will be an animal, but
No
well, I'm
fucking.
just gonna mention a human first,
All right.
because it's a cause basically. A Florida man haunts beaches dressed as the Grim Reaper. Says the governor should require masks statewide.
I swear to God, that state is filled
uh,
with cocaine.
So this guy was wearing he had a good role play of the Grim Reaper. He really dressed up well, for all the way from Miami to Jacksonville, Florida. It's a longest distance. This guy went a lot of places. Basically, told people not to, you know, not to go around, not wearing masks, especially because of the high spike in the COVID cases, the recent high spike. And it's the way the news article says it is that he is back and spreading his message once again. So this isn't the first time he did it, I can only imagine.
It was the return of the king.
Yeah, and he didn't just go and do it again. He actually he filed a lawsuit against the governor of Florida, who I
Oh
can only
God.
imagine is an alligator himself.
Yeah, exactly, an alligator.
Yes. But that's I'm only gonna go as much as that into this one. And speaking of alligators,
Florida?
Florida.
Florida.
Imagine yet another family have been woken up on a normal day in Florida. Tried to leave their house, but found a fucking alligator, a 9-foot alligator in front of their front door. This one was missing 2 limbs.
How?
How the fuck?
They imagined that he was fighting another alligator earlier at some point in his life.
Okay. Kind of
Lost
reminds
a
me of
couple
God.
of limbs and thought, you know what? I'm gonna retire this alligator shit, and I'm gonna take this very comfortable place in front of someone's house. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. A 9-foot, it's a little less than 3 meters. That's the length of a fucker. They brought in animal experts this time, not a
not the
not a
police.
police officer.
That's weird.
Actually, yeah. Well, it's an alligator.
Yeah.
I don't think they sent in the police for alligators. They're definitely gonna shoot the fucking alligators.
So wait. They sent it for the mountain lion and the other weird stuff that happened in the streets, but they're not sending the police to the alligators.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Do carry on.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway, this alligator was so comfortable being in the front porch of someone's house that because he was forced to exit the area, he destroyed everything on his way out. So any
Dear God.
miniatures, porcelain shenanigans, he just took it out on the way out. And yeah, he might have thought of himself as a Vietnam War vet for having lost limbs and the neighborhood not appreciating him. But he eventually went back to the wild, and that's the end of yet another story of alligators
In Florida.
in Florida. It may seem like I'm trying to be a little quick, but I'm just glossing over all the bullshit because, oh my god, this story alone has at least 6 paragraphs.
Oh dear God. We'll
Yeah,
keep
just
that one
look.
for last.
No, this story.
Yeah, the one that's long, we'll leave it for last.
No, it's the alligator story that I just
Oh.
finished. That's the one that takes too damn long.
Oh God.
Dear
Yeah.
God.
Now, this story is about a naked woman who abandons her own kid only to urinate on cops later.
To what?
To urinate on cops, piss on them,
Oh dear God.
and in an attempt to avoid arrest.
By peeing on a cop.
Yeah. Oh, well, resist arrest, I guess.
Is
Not
this in
necessarily
Florida?
avoid. Yeah, man. It's a Florida
Oh.
woman.
Okay, let's go.
The police have booked a woman. They say abandoned her child and fought officers as they arrested her. Multiple news outlets report Daytona Beach police arrested a 34-year-old on Thursday, I'm not mentioning the name, on charges including child neglect and resisting an officer with violence. I would consider it violence too if she pissed on me.
Yeah.
I'll see.
According to the charging affidavit, blah blah blah. Oh, she left her child with strangers in a random apartment complex. She just left him there. She was found later, highly intoxicated and naked, inside an apartment. An apartment. Didn't mention which one specifically.
Okay.
The police say she approached the officers and punched one in the chest. They say she also urinated on them when they tried placing her in handcuffs. She was being held at the whatever county jail. It's unclear if she has an attorney. Now,
I don't
if you're
think
not
anybody
entertained by
would
this,
want to defend that person.
yeah, well, this isn't over. Let's say, because if you think this is entertaining to you now, you gotta listen to this next one.
Hit us.
Couple charged with having sex at park in front of kids.
Oh God.
Oh, what?
A couple was charged with having sex at a park in front of children.
Dear Lord.
Now,
Like, I mean, people have their own fetishes. We shouldn't kink shame, honestly.
oh, hold on just a minute.
Hold on to your
No.
horses, Daddy Muumuu.
Now, this couple, the female in the couple, is a homeless woman who was scheduled to go on trial in July for child neglect, was arrested once again
Oh, God.
after having sex with a man. Now, this is literally the same female I just mentioned that urinated on the cops.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Oh, God.
she's the same person, 34-year-old. She has a boyfriend who's 50 years old for some reason.
Okay.
Only now did they mention that she's homeless. And yeah, she was arrested. Oh, a couple of months back. She was free on $5,000 bail. Anyway, she went back. She got intoxicated once again, banged her boyfriend, her 50-year-old boyfriend, in front of two children.
Oh, my God.
And they say romance is dead.
Yeah, I don't think that's... Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, she's back in jail, and her bail is $10,500 now.
I want to see who will bail her right now.
I think the sugar daddy.
The sugar daddy, yeah.
He's also in jail. He was also arrested.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
But he
How
only
would
has
this romance
5,500.
story end?
Oh well.
This is a better love story than Twilight, to be honest.
Well,
Choose Twilight over this, though. Like, in this context, though.
no. The difference is Twilight is the children. But anyway, I can only imagine having bail is like having a high score.
I can only imagine what the children saw, though. Like, what the fuck?
Well, seeing their faces, I don't know that you even want to imagine what the children saw.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think whenever I hear Florida Man or Florida Woman, I would imagine like Victoria's Secret models and Calvin Klein models.
Yeah.
We just imagine them as alligators.
I think even alligators are much more aesthetically pleasing.
Sure, but
When you think
is
about
Florida
it, don't alligators are like an abomination? Like
I
their
mean,
whole face is like teeth.
yeah. It's what you would imagine. It's what a child would imagine under the bed at 3 a.m. It would have the face of an alligator, or close to that.
I think so.
What happens under the bed at 3 a.m.?
Well, it's really me, but let's not talk about that because
Yeah,
that's
let's
the end
talk
of the
about
news
that.
today.
Yes.
And, we've mentioned a lot of shit, a whole lot of children's stories.
A whole lot of
Yeah.
abuse and
Yeah,
eating spiders and
Raw
jumping.
potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes. Never forget the potato.
Tomato,
And
tomato.
yeah, tomato, tomato, vice versa. But never forget that. Oh, sorry, no, not never forget. And we've mentioned also that mixing cultures with each other right now is socially acceptable since it was in the past. And after that, we went to Florida Man and Woman. And now we have to thank our guest, which is Daddy Muumuu. We will have you soon because it seems like we still have more weird stories to unravel in this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Find out what she got stuck inside next episode on
tune
the
in.
Pot Daddy
Oh my
podcast.
god. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, sure. That's a nice cliffhanger to yeah.
That's what she
yeah.
said. But anyways, yeah, thank you everybody. She's an artist. If you want to follow her, tell us no. Okay, bye bye.
Oh yeah, no,
Bye
hold on.
bye.
Hold on. You
Wait,
you
wait.
wanna plug something? You got something you wanna deal with art in? Like an
Hmm.
Instagram or something? Cause fuck it.
And we'll leave that for
At
the next episode.
Mercury. At Muurcury.
And there you go. That's Pot Daddy episode 9.